overall, let me get to the overall picture of this whole Summer Madness thing here. First, I want to say kudos to URL for the pay-per-view. Pay-per-view was awesome. It was pretty clear. I didn't really have too many problems with it crashing and stop and play. Everything was perfect. They did good with the commentating. Norbs and the guy with the fro.
Michael Hughes.
Yeah.
Black TV guy.
Oh, good.
Much
good.
respect.
Okay. They did a great job. They did an awesome job backstage with the. It was pretty much just them two the whole night. I mean, they had like 1 or 2 interviews. I think they got an interview with someone. I can't remember the battle rapper's name. JC, yeah.
And who else? Someone else,
yeah. But they did a good job. URL threw videos in there, which I really liked. I was like, wow, they had a math office.
Everything you complained about, they fixed.
It was in there.
Realize that, right?
I mean, a lot of people were complaining about it, but now they fixed it. Kudos to URL.
I'm still complaining about the fact that they don't have trailers leading up to the battle that's next. So if you know Holla and Tay Roc is next, there should be a trailer. Dig up the tweets, dig up all the IG posts, dig up all of that stuff, consolidate it into one trailer for the battle. It builds up the hype.
It doesn't have to be long.
No, it doesn't. It could be 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Just build it up because we know that battle is next. I think they need to do that. But they got a whole lot better music videos,
nice
battle rappers content. Kudos to them for that. That was a really good job. I'm scale this from 1 to 10 here, and I gotta be totally honest. Summer Madness 6 was a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. It didn't.
And Black, you gave it a 7.
Gave it a 7 being generous. I gave it a 6.5.
I didn't
average.
And it's not URL's fault because they don't know.
They set the stage, but there's the battle.
They don't know who's going to show up. The fans weren't. You got those fans who they're just not reacting to nothing. They were great fans. The fans were great. They were right. Some of the lines weren't all that good, and they weren't going to respond. They weren't going to give a reaction for it. They paid over $100-something to get in the building. If it was candy bars, it's candy bars. A lot of candy bars in that match in the event. We can start off with the first battle. I mean, Black, you already gave your opinion.
Yeah. Right, I said JC and Rum Nitty. Just give us a brief. I know you gave your. Jump into it.
I mean, you did overall event. Like I said, it's 6.5, 7 being generous. Like you said, they did fix a lot of the problems that we had problems with. But the feel wasn't there. I've been saying this for the past since SM3. The feel. Even Calicoe at some point didn't give me the feel. A lot of these battles didn't give me the feel. It did not feel like SM6.
No.
I'll wait till next year for SM7.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll hit. Maybe that'll be actual Summer Madness.
It wasn't the same feel at all.
Kiki? How do you...
Me personally, felt the same way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I enjoyed the matchups.
And you were there.
Yeah, and I was in the building.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the matchups for what they were. Having expectations. Not high expectations, but because you never know how these battles are gonna be. But nonetheless, it wasn't that feel like, damn, okay, I can't wait for them to go head to head. You get a lot of emotions built up for who you're going for. And once they started to perform, it's like, not everyone, but overall as a card. And again, it's not the league's fault. It's up to the battlers to deliver. Period.
I wouldn't say the battlers didn't do that bad. It's just
they didn't do that good.
It's Super Bowl.
Right.
We want to see the fireworks. We want to see Beyonce performing. We want to see the.
We don't want to see the preseason. We want to see the championship game.
Exactly.
Super Bowl Sunday. It was not Super Bowl Sunday.
The best of the best.
It wasn't.
This was a Super Bowl and it ended with 3 points and the other team had 0.
They won with a field goal.
Exactly. There weren't that many touchdowns.
So I mean, again, overall, the matchups were good. They were well put together, in my opinion. But the battlers just didn't execute exceptionally. The supporters won. That's
so
JC.
So we got JC versus
Nitty. Yes.
First, let me say this. JC, you're talented. You're doing very well. Stop with the buddy. Stop. Okay. It has to stop. If I'm a fan, I've paid upwards to $100. I don't want to see you guys dancing and holding hands in the rain. I don't want to see that. JC and Rum Nitty was too many. yo, boy, yeah, you killed me with that line, boy. It was too much dapping. JC's pushing Rum Nitty like he's going
They
all.
should have saved that for the end of the game.
For the end,
Battle,
and
for the
backstage. Save that for backstage. Send him a text. Send him a love letter. Do whatever you want to do after the battle.
Not a love letter.
But whatever, because it looked like a loving buddy up there to me. I mean, even at one point, JC in the second round went to give Nitty a dap, and Nitty wasn't even paying attention. He didn't even know he's reaching. Yo, he had to tap him and let him know I'm extending my arm. Dude, it's too much. JC, you are too friendly. You have to turn into an animal. You are a puncher. You can deliver. You're getting your performance better. No one wants to see you be friends with these people. Even when Holla versus Tay Roc, Hollow's going off, you pushing Holla, you ain't even in the battle. What are you doing? Too much, buddy, too much. I don't want to see it. I can't stand it. Every now and then I understand good sportsmanship.
When it's continuous, that's when you have to draw the line.
It was too much. And we all know Nitty wasn't that great in this battle.
It wasn't the best Nitty.
No, it wasn't at all. I mean, we got to get into this alcohol beverage here. Mr. Rum. Rum, Nitty Rum, however you want to put it. Dude, we just talked about it. It's the Super Bowl.
Right.
It's not the preseason. It's not Born Legacy. It's not a spin-off URL event called Battle of the Gods or Destruction of the Gods. No, this is Summer Madness. This is the NBA Finals. You know, this is Krilla Dum Crim.
Creme de la creme.
This is it. What are you doing? Nitty, you were beyond average in this battle. Like, so below average. I didn't even expect this from you.
I didn't expect it either.
I had you winning. I think my recap, I had you 2-1.
T for timeout. Tech. Now, do you think that Nitty was trying to stoop, I don't want to say necessarily say stoop to JC's level of, battle rap style or how he, do you think that's what it was? Or what do you think?
No, I just think
he just didn't deliver?
No, the way he dressed the bars up, they weren't all that good. Mm-hmm. I mean, Nitty is so good, he could kill, I said he could kill you before the punch. Like, his setups were that great, you knew the fans were already in a frenzy before he even got to the punch.
They were anticipating the punch.
They knew it was coming. He did not set up his punches right. So by the time the punch got there, you were lost. You didn't know what he was doing. And then the thing is, he could have got away with that on a Born Legacy. You can get away with that in a small room, or the garage, or you and your homies, you get together and you're just rapping and fooling around. It's Summer Madness. We expect to see the best. We expect to see the best Rum Nitty. We don't expect to see an average Rum Nitty. Anything below the best is not good enough. And the fans, rightfully so, they got restless. They started to boo a little bit. Rightfully so.
By the second round. Yeah.
By the second round, they were booing him. Rightfully so. Nitty was all over with fillers. Filler after filler. JC was great. JC was great every round. This is a clear 3-0. Clear 3-0 for JC. But like I said, JC got chinks in his armor. He has to learn how to keep going. Rap through the small crowd reactions. Keep it going. On YouTube, it looks horrible. It looks horrible on playback. It looks terrible. Mm. It looks good in the building, but when you play it back, if I like a line, I'll play it back myself. Please.
Right. I'll do the same thing.
Stop repeating lines and stop stopping.
Okay, so there you have it, JC and Rum Nitty. So we're just gonna keep it moving. T-Top and Av. How you feel about that, Ted? Me personally, I like T-Top style. He definitely brought it. I must say, he definitely lived up to my expectations of the battle. Av as well. I felt like it was like a seesaw type battle, in my opinion. Everyone, has their own. Nonetheless, but I'm still going to give it to T-Top. Av did not complete his rounds. And to me, that's, I don't know what the time issue was, but to me, that's, you're just getting negatives right there.
He got cut off apparently.
Yeah. I don't know what their contracts or whatever the situation was.
But I heard he requested the hard stops.
See, this is what I'm saying. I don't even know.
So that's, if he requested it, he got cut off by double-edged sword.
This is not what he was saying in the interview. This is not what he was saying after the battle. So this is
sound good.
What's going on? I don't know. I'm going off of what I saw. I saw you, getting cut off. You didn't complete your rounds.
He requested the hard cut off. I spoke to the time person.
Wow.
So.
hey, well, it is what it is.
Extra minutes he has, that's on him.
Well, he did have, some bars. He did have some nice little setups or whatever. But I just felt like T-Top was consistent for me. And I enjoyed watching that battle.
I had the pleasure of speaking with T-Top, and I heard his first round. His first round was tremendous. It was very well. We talked about round placement, and I told him place the round, place it in a good spot. Av's first round was great. Av's first round was very good. Av's first round picked up where the reason why we all fell in love with Av in such a short time. His first round was classic Av, on point. The punches were there, delivery was there. He was on. I mean, it was great. I actually gave Av the first round. T-Top's first round was dope, but I felt like Av's first round was better. Because it was the Av that we all knew. It was that Av, not the Av.
And I was expecting that first round Av to be in every single
round. It's Summer Madness.
And it went downhill.
See, this is the thing. I understand that we as battle rappers, we tend to take off everything. Every round's not going to be 100%.
Right.
But when you're in the Super Bowl battle rap, there's no such thing as taking off.
Right.
You can't take off no rounds. That's why you get 3-4 months to prepare for Summer Madness. Some people get a year to prepare for Summer Madness. They want the best material. So you can't come in here you can't take a round off. You can't take a half a round off. Every round needs to be crystal clear. It needs to be great. Your vocal projection needs to be there. T-Top was losing his voice. By the second round, his voice was gone. Even though it hurt him, but it didn't because Av in the second round started off just filler, more filler. The punches weren't as clean as they were in the first round, the same for the third. Even though Av's third was a little bit better than me, I thought his second was not good at all. But the third was better. But T-Top, to me, I don't know how you lose your... I mean, I've lost my voice in...
He already has a raspy, deep voice. Like
I'm king. I lost my voice when I battled DNA. I know why I lost my voice. I went to the WWE... show a few days ago, and I was howling and screaming all over. The Rock came out, Undertaker came out. I was yelling all over the place. So the battle was 2-3 days after the event. My voice was gone. I know I lost my voice, but some of these cats have other reasons why they lose their voice. You can't be smoking weed, prior to the battle, because that dries you out. You can't be drinking alcohol prior to the battle.
Yeah.
You cannot save all that stuff for after the battle. There's no excuse for you to lose your voice. And also, battle rappers, the week prior to the event is your rest week.
Take heed to this, battle rappers. Listen.
That is why you get 2-3 months to prepare. That week you need to rest. If you want to remember your rhymes, say them in your head, record them, play them over and over. But do not be rapping, yelling loud all week. Because by the time you get to the battle, your voice is going to be gone. So I don't know what the excuse was for him to lose his voice. It hurt him, but I still think T-Top won rounds 2 and 3. I felt like he was a little bit better than Av. Av started to give us filler. His lines, like I said, his lines weren't that good. T-Top was good. T-Top wasn't all that great, but he was better than Av.
Right.
So I gave T-Top rounds 2 and 3, 2-1 T-Top. But if you're an Av fan, I can see why you call it his way. I'm going for T-Top 2-1.
I don't think Av in the building himself said he lost.
Yeah, Av we had a conversation and, conversing after the battle, he basically said, I give my props. He gave respects to T-Top, doing his thing. Good. So that's much love, camaraderie within the battle rap community. So that was awesome.
That's good.
So the third event we will be covering here on Champion is Calicoe and Brizz. This was Calicoe's return.
I think that was the fourth, but let's do it.
To Summer Madness. I just wrote it on my list like this, okay?
I got K-Shine. Right. I got the third battle, K-Shine versus...
Well, we're gonna save that, okay?
Okay. All right, let's do it.
So, scroll up your screen.
Let me check my notes. Where I'm at, I'm a little throw it off. Let me see.
It's okay. But Calicoe and Brizz, this was Calicoe's debut back to Summer Madness. He's been off the battle rap scene for a while now. And coming into the battle, I love Calicoe. If you know me, you know that Calicoe is like one of my favorite battle rappers, period. And my expectations for Cal were through the roof.
Yeah.
That battle was just that wasn't the Calicoe I was expecting by a long shot. By far. Also with Brizz had some technical difficulties that was going on. But as this is the championship game, Super Bowl, regardless of what's going on, you're supposed to show up and show out.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just wasn't what I expected. So before I break down, rounds and all of that, just give me your overall synopsis of what did you think about Calicoe and Brizz?
I'm definitely not stopping the microwave for this battle. My phone ringer is up, the TV's on, I'm firing off text messages.
Taking selfies.
I'm ironing my clothes for work in the morning. I'm talking to my neighbor about Power. Season 5 is coming back. Kanan, Ghost, Tommy, they're all getting together. We're all excited. I'm checking my neighbors. I have spare keys to some of my neighbors' homes. I'm checking to make sure they didn't leave any lights on. I realized one of my neighbors left the dining room lights on. I pull the key out my pocket.
All this, you had to stop the microwave.
I pull the key out my pocket, open the door, I turn the dining room lights off the same way I wanted to turn this battle off. Horrible battle. Discount battle. Buy one, get one free battle. The store's going out of sale business. Everything must go battle. This was a terrible battle. Horrible battle.
So the battle was dry.
Horrible. Please delete this battle immediately. Total waste of time and money. Both of them came up there playing around. Brizz Ross team is a performer. When the crowd's not behind a performer, they're almost dead. And Brizz Ross team picked it up in the 3rd round, but it was too late. He was filler after filler. He was yelling, screaming, veins popping out his neck. No reaction whatsoever, rightfully so, because a lot of the stuff was not good. Same thing for Calicoe. He's mouthing off about how he's the best in the world. Best at what? At what? Then Calicoe, he had a nerve to take a stab at me. Me and my colleagues. You said
I heard it.
It was a bunch of foul language you put out there. I'm not going to say the stuff you said because it's graphic. But you said a bunch of foul stuff.
You have children watching.
You said a bunch of foul stuff, and you wasn't even all that good. You forgetting rhymes. You was all over the place. It was just bad. You were sitting down.
This battle overall just did not do it for
horrible
you, me,
battle.
Or you, Black.
At all. Horrible battle.
And I thought this, to me, going into the whole card besides Holla and Roc, to me, this was going to be my battle of the night. This was going to be my battle. Everyone kept asking me. I'm like, this is my personal battle of the night. Besides, the main event. And this was just so disappointing. I want to see Cal come back. I don't know who he could battle. But I want to see him come back and give us that old Calicoe. Do y'all think he need to cut his hair? He has the dreads now.
Oh, he's keeping the hair.
But do y'all think he need... I'm just saying that's T Grizzly twin. But I'm just saying, I want that old Calicoe.
That's what Detroit sounds. He sounds like T Grizzly, but then Calicoe's been sounding like that all his career. So it's
right. T Grizzly sounds like Calicoe, but it's a Detroit.
It's a Detroit sound.
Accent.
But I gave Brizz Ross team the 2nd round. I thought Calicoe was by default because Calicoe was extremely horrible in the 2nd round. He was starting to get booed. And hey, you ain't messing with me. No, we're not.
Let me for timeout. So they were booing him, but then they were cheering him on. Then they booed. It was like a flip flop type thing. The crowd, I can't get with the crowd all the time though. Just let them rap though. Why boo when you just cheered 2 seconds ago? Come on.
That's the new crowd. If you say a bad line, they boo you. Say a good line, they cheer you on.
I can't.
It's Summer Madness. I've been saying this all week. It's Summer Madness. You cannot come average, and that is the motto of my thing here. You cannot come average at Summer Madness. It's unacceptable. These guys were below average. They got an F for effort, or E for effort is what they say. But you got an E for effort, and then you got an F after that. This was horrible. F-U. That's what you got. It was a terrible battle. Terrible battle. They need to vault this battle. If they have to bring this battle out, please bring this battle out sometime in June of 2018.
The 5th of February.
Please. Yeah.
But all in all, who would you want to see Brizz battle? Who would you want to see Calicoe battle? After this particular incident?
I got Calicoe 2-1 in this battle.
Got Calicoe 2-1 too.
Yeah, I got Calicoe in rounds 1 and 3. I got Brizz winning the 2nd round.
Who would you guys want to see them battle next separately?
My personal opinion on it, I don't want to discuss that because they didn't win for me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
this is out on both sides.
So it doesn't even matter.
Let URL and the marketing team over there decide who they got to battle next because it's not fun to pick a winner for them. I don't think Charlie Clips is going to Calicoe no more. I think Clips watched the battle I pick somebody else to Calicoe. I'm good. So URL can deal with that.
Okay, well, there you have it with Calicoe and Brizz. So we're going to jump right along with K-Shine versus Hitman Holla. Hitman Holla's debut back. He made it known that he was back on Summer Madness 6.
Oh, yeah.
You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
He came and he brought that fire. He brought that old Hitman with the chain. I was feeling it. K-Shine, I had high expectations for him. and he let me down in a sense. I thought he was going to come back, especially after battling Old Red, which he clearly, he lost that battle, and he just didn't do it for me. His third round was great, but overall, he didn't beat Hitman.
So they announced the people, and they announced Hitman. As soon as Hitman comes out, they're booing him.
Oh yeah.
Crowd's booing him. He's already about to lose.
Just talked about the crowd, didn't we?
I think the reason why they booed Hitman was because prior to the battle, Beasley and Smack talked about the two battle rappers complaining about the time.
Yeah.
And the crowd was getting restless. Well, we got a time issue. This one complained about this one. This one thought it was that. Hitman's been known to complain about the time. So I think the crowd was already under the assumption that Hitman was the one. He was the culprit behind this time issue. But when it came out, K-Shine was the culprit behind the time issue. Bring me back to that classic episode. It was me, Austin. It's me, Austin. It was me all along. When Vince McMahon turned out to be the higher power. And on the Raw episode, it was K-Shine all along. K-Shine was the one complaining about the time.
He did it again against Old Red, and it's been continuous.
So once Hitman let that be known, of course the crowd was back on the side. Hitman came out on fire. Classic Hitman. The Hitman that we all like. The Hitman that we all know. The Hitman, the reason why you on Wildin' Out. Hitman was on fire. Every line, I think every line might have hit. He was on every line. He had the, I'm not going to give, I'll give you the lines when we do the full breakdown. So I'll save that for the full breakdown. But Hitman was punching, coming with regular, his usual real tough lines. He was hitting every line. Great. K-Shine comes out. Pretty decent first round, but it wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough by far.
Hitman clearly wins round one.
And not only that, though, when Hitman brought Show out, when Show jumped in, before I get into the show, Hitman didn't do one remix.
At all.
At all. And people said he couldn't do it. And what about this? And Show Out just came home. They didn't even do their usual routine. That was just like a 2.5 thing that just happened because he just came home and he surprised Hitman at the battle. But they didn't do not one remix. They thought he couldn't do it. He won without it.
Exactly.
Show Out came out, stole the crowd. He had like one line he said,
make me go back.
And it was over. It was over.
I just came home from jail. Don't make me go back.
Fire.
All that aggression, they wanted it so bad. And then with the tension, with the personal feuds that Hitman and Show Out had on social media, to see them come together, that real brotherhood. In front of everybody, in front of the world, it made it that much better, and I appreciated that in the battle.
That was good,
wholeheartedly.
That was good.
So shout out to my St. Louis family.
Rounds 2, Hitman picked it right back up where he left off in the first round. Dustin K-Shine off, dusting him off. K-Shine comes off. K-Shine has probably the worst round on Summer Madness. His round 2 was awful.
Yeah,
it was hard to watch. It was cringe. It was the same thing with Brizz Rothstein in his first. Brizz Rothstein's first was hard to watch. K-Shine's second round in that battle was hard to watch. Then he brought Big T out. Why would you bring Big T out?
That made the crowd.
Big T comes on stage looking like a brown lunch bag, rapping about a bunch of nothing.
Not a lunch bag, doing breezy.
He's on stage looking like a brown lunch bag, and Hitman Hollis got his hand in the bag and picking out all kinds of snacks because he's throwing in the whole battle. It was awful. It was terrible, horrible, horrendous. I don't know what Big T said, but they booed him.
They booed him soon as I don't even think he said anything.
He did say something. He said a bunch of nonsense.
I don't know, but it seemed like as soon as he stepped foot on the stage, they automatically booed.
That's risky because of knowing when Double Impact when all these people were jumping on stage.
Okay.
Anytime you bring somebody on stage, it's already risky. Don't do it. Don't do it unless it's a show out or something.
Unless your Hitman was show out.
Right. It was. Because even Hitman. Even Holla. We didn't get the Holla. Even Holla did it at the end. I don't want to hear that crap, Sharif. It didn't hit. It didn't hit at all. That stuff's not working anymore. So. Man, the battle was just awful for K-Shine. K-Shine came back out in the third. He was better in the third. The Wildin' Out angle was really good.
Yes.
He had a lot of how soft is he? He did that. That was really good. But it was too late at that point. And then Hitman's third was great. Hitman had a good third. So, I gave this to Hitman 3 up.
Clearly, Hitman was very consistent. We're talking about a lot of battles here, and I'm noticing a lot of people that we're giving the W to have been consistent pretty much every single round.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is
That's
key
true.
in all of these battles. So there you have it. Hitman Holla over K-Shine. Last but not least, fellas, the battle of the night. Also, what I like to call one of my favorite battles of the year. Maybe even in my top battles of all time. This battle was very intense. Very, very, very intense. Very good. Very consistent for both opponents. Paulo the Don versus Tay Roc.
See, Black's not really saying too much.
We know he did his.
He's already did it.
Yeah, he's been there, done it.
So he's just
But,
sitting back,
you know,
enjoying the fruits of his labor.
You see, he got the smile on his face, like, oh, what's going on next?
This was definitely a microwave stopper.
By far.
This was a classic battle. This was, and I put this in classic battles. It's not top 10 classic battles. It's a classic battle, being as though it's a classic album.
Wow.
It's a classic album, and it's one of the cuts on the classic album. So I gave it a classic battle. Not, a super classic, because once again, Tay Roc, third round, he took his foot off the gas, and Hollow's second round was just terrible. It was horrible. I didn't like Hollow's second round. He picked it up.
What's up?
Go ahead. He picked it up at the end of the second, but by then it was too late. I got to look into the camera here. Tay Roc, we had Twitter beef. I said Holla was going to destroy you. We had Twitter beef for 3 weeks, I think it went on. You're taking plenty of jabs at me. You were upset with me. Maybe so, because I have to apologize to you, because you did better than what I thought. I actually, to be honest with you, I have you winning this battle 2-1. So I thought you won the battle. I thought you won rounds 1 and 2. I thought you took your foot off the gas in the third round. I'm a humble man. I'm sorry. I can apologize. I'm sorry and I'm humble, which is terrible to be in life. I'm depressed now. When I watched the battle, I got instantly depressed. I began punching walls and carrying on, because I kind of thought that Holla was going to show up. It's Summer Madness. I thought he was going to destroy you. I thought the gun bars weren't going to be enough. The gun bars were enough. The gun bars were on point. They were really good. So I apologize. Hand down, man down, mama, there goes that man. And in rounds 1 and 2, Hollow's mom was dragging him down the street by his shoulder, and Hollow was pointing out the man that snuffed him before he went to work. He was pointing Tay Roc out. It just, the rounds 1 and 2, I felt like Tay Roc controlled the battle. I felt like Tay Roc had 2 of the biggest room shakers of the whole battle, of the whole event.
That seatbelt one.
The seatbelt was the room shaker of the night. There was, for it to be Summer Madness, there wasn't that many room shakers.
It wasn't, and it took away, like I said, the anticipation.
But when he did the seatbelt, boom, and he did that, the TV show.
It woke me up, because I told you I wasn't feeling good. And I was sitting down during this battle. When he said, I'm like, oh, okay. We on to something.
The 1-9 and 1-1, and now you're going to call 911. The door. I don't want to give the lines away, but
wait for the battle to drop.
Wait for the battle to drop. But I'm telling you right now, Tay Roc really impressed me. I mean, he did have a couple fillers that weren't that good, but Hollow's third round was probably his best round of the battle. Hollow was very comfortable in the third round. He destroyed Tay Roc in the third round. Destroyed him. It was if Hollow gave us 3 third rounds, it would have been a clear win for Hollow. That would have been crazy. Because once again, Hollow rebuttals were really good. Tay Roc, don't win a coin toss against Hollow and choose to go first. Don't ever do that again.
I was wondering when he did that. My voice just got so high pitched right there. But I was wondering, like, what presumed him to do that? Against Holla?
Who okayed that? Who in your camp okayed that? Fire them right away, please. Because they say I couldn't gun bar him to death.
He was that confident.
Got the crowd hype.
Him. He was that confident.
Got the crowd hype. They say I couldn't gun bar him to death. He went in there, crowd went crazy, but that was just for that moment. But you still got a whole round to rap. And you got this guy who's a rebuttal king. This guy is a rebuttal king.
And Holla did his thing in that third round.
I got it 2-1 Roc, but if you're a Hollow fan, they left it out there. I mean, I felt like Tay Roc made the battle debatable. I felt like if Tay Roc came with a solid third round, he would be the clear winner.
I be damn, mama. They know who I am, mama. Still your little boy. To them, I'm the man, mama. Smile a bit. I shook a couple hands, mama. I'm getting there. I made a couple